Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Lesson 2 Nationalism in India. Today we will study about Simon Commission. Simon Commission was constituted under the leadership of Sir John Simon to look into the functioning of the constitutional system in India and suggest changes. The British government appointed a commission to inquire into the working of the Government of India Act of 1990 and to suggest further reforms in the system of administration. This commission is known as the Simon Commission after Sir John Simon, who headed it. The people of India boycotted this commission because all of its members were Englishmen and not a single Indian was represented in it. At Lahore, a procession was taken out under the leadership of Lala Lajpat Rai, in which he was fatally wounded. The commission toured the country and submitted its report, in which the system of diarchy was strongly criticized. Later on, it was on the basis of this report that Act of 1935 AD was passed. Now let's look at its impact on the Indian political conditions. The Simon Commission had a great impact on the Indian political life, not because of its finding or recommendations, but because of the political favor it generated. It helped in generating the climate for a political revolution aimed at securing freedom for India. The death of Lala Lajpat Rai further added to its significance. The civil disobedience movement was another important event which began as a protest against this commission. Now we will study about the demand of Purna Swaraj. In October 1929, the Viceroy Lord Irwin announced an uncertain offer of dominion status for India and a roundtable conference to discuss a further constitution. In December 1929, under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru, the Lahore Congress formalized the demand of Purna Swaraj or full independence for India. It was also declared that 26 January 1930 would be celebrated as the Independence Day, when people were to take pledge to struggle for complete independence. Now we will look at the Salt March. In his letter to Viceroy on 31st January 1930, Mahatma Gandhi stated the following two types of demands. First is demands of general interest, and second is specific demand of different classes from industrialists to peasants. In doing so, his main idea was to link all classes of the Indian society with the national movement. The most stirring demand was to abolish the salt tax because it concerned both the rich and the poor alike. As the British government did not accept his demand by the specific date 11th March 1931, he launched his civil disobedience movement with his famous Dandi March 12, 1930. Gandhiji marched on foot to a small village, Dandi, on the western coast. He was accompanied by 79 followers. He reached Dandi on April 5, 1930, and there he broke the Salt Law. The Salt March or the Dandi March proved an efficient symbol of resistance against colonialism. To break any British law was surely a step against colonialism, especially when such a law as Salt Law was broken. It had a far wider impact on the whole structure of colonialism because salt was something which was equally taken by the rich and the poor alike, and it was one of the most essential items of food. The tax on salt and the government monopoly was seen as an oppressive act of the government. Over the whole journey of 240 miles from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi, thousands of people came daily to hear Mahatma Gandhi, who told them the meaning of Swaraj and urged them to defy the British peacefully. On 6th April 1930, when on reaching Dandi, he manufactured salt by boiling the sea water. It heralded the beginning of the civil disobedience movement. Thus, the Salt March proved an effective symbol of resistance against colonialism. Students, will continue this lesson in my next video. Thanks for watching.